At 83, he is one of America's most prolific directors. For over 60 years now, he's released nearly one film a year, including several masterpieces. Woody Allen is back with A Rainy Day in New York, the story of a young couple visiting the Big Apple for the weekend. They face bad weather and a series of adventures along the way.
I got an interview with Roland Pollard.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. And it's on campus?
It's in Manhattan.
We're always talking about going into Manhattan for a special weekend. This is gonna be absolutely fantastic.
Later, maybe we could take a carriage ride.
Yeah.
If it doesn't rain.
Woody Allen, bonjour.
Bonjour.
A Rainy Day in New York is your, what, 50th?
49.
49th movie.
No, 48. I finished my 49 last week in Spain.
How do you maintain that rhythm? How do you still find the inspiration?
It's not so hard. To do a movie every year is not, it sounds harder than it is, but it is not that difficult. You write it, you do it, and I have plenty of time doing a movie every year to play with my jazz band, to go with my family, to go to baseball games, basketball games, to take walks. I have a lot of leisure time and can still do a movie very comfortably.
For a Rainy Day, you're back in Manhattan. There are great scenes in iconic places like Central Park, like the Met. What does it mean to you shooting in Manhattan?
Well, I love to shoot in Manhattan because I love the city, and I love living at home when I shoot. You know, when I shoot in Europe, for example, I'm living, in a hotel room for months, and I don't have my shower, I don't have my bed, I don't have any of the things that make me comfortable, and I love to shoot and I know the city very well. I feel the city. I know New York extremely well, and so it's a pleasurable experience.
One of your characters is a successful, very established, and yet very insecure director. Are you as anxious as he is when you finish a movie? Do you have doubts?
Almost all the time, yes. Whenever you start out with a movie, you always think it's going to be the best movie in the world, and you film it, and every day you look at what you film, you say, oh, this is wonderful, look at the actors and the photography, it's so wonderful. But then you put it together in the editing room, and you look at it, and it's not so good. And then you always feel disappointed, and you take it apart, and you fix it, and you fix it, and fix it. The months go by, and you fiddle with it. And finally, it's never as good as you had originally conceived it when you wrote it.
Have you ever considered quitting, retiring like this director does?
I haven't thought of retiring. I mean, I don't have to make movies. If people didn't want to finance my movies, I'd be very happy working in the theater or writing books. But I like to get up and write. I don't like to just get up and do nothing.
Wasn't released in the US. Your actors aren't here to promote the movie. How do you feel about that?
To me, it doesn't matter. I think if the movie's been being released all over the world, if people enjoy the movie, I think it will eventually be released in the United States. If people come and they say, this is boring, I hate this movie, I don't like it, there will be no enthusiasm to release it in the United States. But for me, it doesn't matter. I've already finished another movie. Rainy Day for me is history. I made it a year ago. Now thinking of the next movie, I put it out and always hope for the best. I always hope people will like it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But once I finish it, the fate of the movie is completely out of my hands.